Are you a big man? Huh? I'm talking to you.
What?
You wake up in the morning, you start putting on my big boy pants. Look, I'm wearing a belt. I got big boy pants on.
Sometimes people think they have their big boy pants on, but they just don't. This is Tim's New York Giants Straight Talk, powered by my Big Blue LLC. Want to talk about Xavier McKinney, want to talk about the Joe Schoen and what he potentially could make as another glaring error or mistake with the franchise tag and Xavier McKinney. Now, there's only speculation that Shane is going to tag McKinney. They're still going to be under contract talks. They're still going through the rigmarole of trying to find the right solution and the right contract value for Xavier and to bring him back to keep him in the fold for he can be a Giant for life. Interesting. It's interesting. And there's another rare tactic, evidently, that the New York Post is promoting that the Giants could consider using, or that the Giants are considering using. Like I said, we always call this the silly season. We also have to take a look at who could be out there if the Giants do let McKinney walk. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of ways that, you know what, this is clear as mud. I wish there was a solution to help gain clarity. Oh, wait, there is. Magic Mind, the little green shot, the little green bottle. Who doesn't love Magic Mind? You know, I've been talking about it for months now. It's that little green. I don't like to call it a coffee replacement, but it can be used for that because it's all natural. It makes you more productive. It makes you focused. I've always said it before. Sometimes I drink way too much coffee, and that's not a good thing for you because when you have those energy highs, you have those lows, and you got a lot going on in life, you get the coffee crash. You don't want that. You want to find something that's all natural. You want to find something that's in a shot form. That's not going to be one of these weird energy things. This is all natural. It improves my morning. It makes me so much happier to get out of bed. I've said it before. Now I'm mixing it in my shakes. And I love them. I can't say enough about them. I get that coffee energy, but without the coffee crash. We've talked about it a million times before, and I'm going to talk about it again because I love this ingredient because it's so truthful. And we've talked about lion's mane mushrooms, but it's got the matcha. Matcha contains way less caffeine than coffee and has this additional compound that extends the benefits of caffeine, but get this, by slowing the absorption into your body. So you can drink it and you can go all day. At least I can. It's great. It's something you got to try. And you want to try it? Go to magicmind.com/NYGST. That's magicmind.com/NYGST. Use the offer code NYG20. Get a little something for you. Get healthy. Get energy. Be a better person in regards to your own health because you only got one body. Don't keep plowing it with stuff that's not natural. Go out and get the Magic Mind. So Xavier McKinney, of course, the Giants are looking to potentially tag him. Oh, that would be like a $13.2 million tag on a salary cap. That's just not great. That's just not there. It's crazy to think about it. It's insane to think about it. I'm not saying Xavier McKinney's not worth the money, but he had his best 2 seasons under Wink. He's only been in the league now, 4 years? So this will be year 5. Has he come into his own? Yes, but again, has he come into his own under Wink, or has he come into his own because of the fact that he is just becoming that better player that we thought he could be? 13.9 it would cost if we tag him. We have till, of course, March 5th to apply the tag. But it's just one of those things that's just kind of crazy to think that we didn't even consider doing that. I mean, he played well in the Patrick Graham system, but he excelled in the Wink system because it was freelance. It gives him the ability to move around the field. It gives him ability to roam a little bit. We all talk about the 7 games he missed back in 2022 after he crashed that ATV on vacation. Not the smartest things in the world to do. You look out there, you got some safeties making $16 million. They have him right now as the 5th, Pro Football Focus and other people have him as the, I think, between the 4th to the 5th highest rated safety at his position. You got Winfield, Antonio Winfield Jr. and McKinney are both pending free agents right now as well. Shane Bowman has not been known to have great success in regards to his defensive secondary. We've said this before. If you go back to Shane Bowman's career, 2020, he was the undefined. That's the COVID season. He was the undefined defensive coordinator. That's per Mike Vrabel. And then he was officially given, but they went 11-5, but they had a good run stopping defense, but a terrible pass stopping defense. They bring in Jim Schwartz for 2 years. The Titans defense returns to prominence. And then we turn around and Schwartz leaves to take the DC job. And Schwartz came out, and we showed the article on the Titan website where Schwartz came out and said, "May the Schwartz be with you." Said basically his job was this. His job was to be a mentor to Shane Bowen. And again, once Schwartz left in 2023, the pass defense dropped serendipitously. So we have to wonder, again, what exactly was going on with Shane? Just imagine if we waited a week and Steve Wilkes was there. Just imagine if we waited a week. I don't even want to talk about that. Don't even want to talk about that right now. Right now, the Giants will only have Jason Pinnock and Dane Belton as their only safety options under contract. Jason Pinnock really proved himself last year. Dane Belton with his, Dane Belton. If I see more crap about Dane Belton, I'm going to throw up. But everyone's going to talk about the 2 interceptions and the fumble. No one's going to talk about he was on the last 4 touchdowns. He was a trailer on all those plays. That he got benched in the Texans game back in 2022. Couldn't even sniff the field until injury. And you're going to rely on Dane Belton to be one of your safety options. I just don't see that happening. But can the Giants can Joe Schoen afford that risk? No, you can't. You can't sit there and say, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to tag him. We're going to roll the dice because it worked out so well before. We're going to roll the dice with the tag. We're going to tag him and see what happens.
My professional opinion that now is the time to panic.
I'm not sitting there saying Shane has made mistakes because he has. I'm not sitting there saying that Shane is not blame free because he's not. But Shane has done some things that you look at and you just kind of cringe a little bit. And the salary cap to me is becoming more and more cringeworthy. Now, if I'm McKinney, I'm going to look for a defensive scheme that fits my skill set. And a coaching staff that fits his skill set as well. Now, he was a little bit more of a playmaker under Graham with 5 interceptions, but I think he had, and that was in 2020, but I think he had a better overall game with Wink, even though he only had 3 interceptions in 26 games. He had more, he became a more rounded player. He was one of the 497 team captains we had. He's made some statements before that were questioned. He's talked about the coaching staff. So he's not a guy without blame, but he's also a guy with a talent. He's got immense talent. Do I think he's going to exceed to the next level next year? You never know. But the question is going to be, can you make that risk? Can Joe Schoen take that risk and tag him? I mean, the answer to me is no. You can't do it again. You can't go through another summer of are we signing Xavier or we're not signing Xavier? We're holding the cap hostage. It's not like you have a plethora of cap space. We've talked about this before. There's moves that you can make. There's things that you can do, but you're not going to sit there and have all this money because you're also, I've said it before, if you want to make this team improved, you're going to have to sign some ancillary free agents who may potentially have a higher upside value, but at a lower cost because we're still at that level. I thought by year 3, the salary cap would have been fixed. Does anyone else miss Julian Love? Julian Love took a 2-year, $6 million contract with Seattle Seahawks. The Love child became crazy. I mean, he played extremely well. Julian Love was one of my wife's favorite players. She liked him because someone got hurt once, and he was the only one on the Giant bench that went over and talked to the guy. She thought that was great. But I just think that you just can't do it again. And I have this feeling that if he goes away, someone like Terrell Edmonds is going to come over to the Giants. I have this feeling. He spent the first half of the 2023 season with Bowen, and he went to Philadelphia. I think he went to Philadelphia, and I think he ended up. He went to. Yeah, they traded him. That's right. They traded him over to Philadelphia. The guy's 27 years old, 6'1", 215 pounds. He's a good safety, versatile. Had 450 plus tackles over his career. 17 tackles for loss, 7.5 sacks, 20 pass defended, 6 interceptions, and a partridge in a pear tree. I mean, it's I don't know. No, Terrell Edmonds, he was over in Philadelphia first, wasn't he? Wasn't Edmonds until let me think about this a second. That's right. Edmonds started, I had to think about it for a second. Edmonds started with the Steelers, that's right, for about 4 years. Then he went to Philadelphia, and then he went over to the Titans. That's right. I had to think about it for a minute. I'm in brain fog today. I'm negotiating I'm in the middle of a negotiation for a new car right now. So I'm trying to read these emails. And then I got someone that I've always tried to be nice to being stupid on Twitter. And I just keep thinking,
don't push it. Don't push it. I'll give you a war you won't believe.
So I gotta think whether I want to do that. But you know me, I don't back down from shit. So we gotta wait and see what happens. So if someone like I said, someone like Edmonds would come in. Edmonds, of course, yeah, that's right. He came over when the Titans traded their safety over to the Eagles. I had to think about that for a minute. My mind's in a fog. But no, Shane just can't do it. Shane just can't take the risk. It's too much of a risk. I love Xavier McKinney. I would love to bring McKinney back. But you're still, and we've said this before, I do not have a problem with Shane giving the contracts to Daniel. Well, I do have a problem with Daniel Jones' contract, but I don't have the problem with him giving the contract to Dexter Lawrence or Andrew Thomas. I have a problem with him giving it to Daniel Jones, but I have a problem with the timing of each deal because it is what's currently going to hamper the cap for this year and next year as well. And I sometimes have to question, I have to think exactly what is going on in that giant cap room meetings, because it seems like nothing has changed from Reese to Gettleman to now Shane. So no tag for McKinney, no tag for you. So I'm gonna definitely leave it at that. No tag for you. You could read the corresponding article on NewYorkGiantsLive.com. Like I said, every video now has a corresponding article, so make sure you check it out. We're also going to have, we also have the OBB replay radio. So if you're on the site and you want to listen to OBB, the OBB radio, you can listen to that while you're reading your articles. Also, starting in March, Online Big Blue Radio is going to have 3 original programs. And I haven't decided if they're going to be daily yet, but they're going to be 3 original programs, 3 original pre-recorded programs. We're going to start doing some live stuff later, but they're going to be 3 original programs, maybe daily, from other content creators. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. You can go there and you can listen to it. You can see it. Also, like I said, read the articles written by yours truly. Trying the best I can, using my vocab that I had to learn in middle school, to write these articles. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And as always, this is Tim, this New York Giants Straight Talk. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell because you want to know why. That'd be awesome.